I'm not old enough to vote.
I can't vote.
I can't vote.
I'm not old enough to vote.
But if I could,
But if I could,
If I could vote.
If I had a
If I had a voice, I would vote for a candidate.
I would elect people.
who stand up for the blueprint of this country
People who protect our history.
Our culture.
our language,
and our borders.
Men and women
Who would uphold the separation of powers.
who listen to the people.
candidates who understand the Declaration of Independence,
Representatives that will protect and uphold the Constitution of the United States.
No, I'm not gonna vote.
No?
No, I don't need to.
Why?
It doesn't affect me.
I see that. I mean, sometimes our votes don't even matter. They don't even make it. Like Florida, most recent election.
And it's not just that. I don't like either of the candidates. I don't know anything about them. So why should I vote for someone I don't know?
I see that. I mean, don't vote on something you don't know, right? Besides,
Right.
half the time, I mean, they just stand on things, they lie, you know? They pose
Well,
views
that's
just to
exactly
get
the
our
point where I
opinion.
said I don't know them.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're saying.
Well, yeah,
It could be lies, it could be true.
exactly. No, I get that. But
So why do you think I should vote?
well, you should vote.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's the only way that we're going to get represented. If we take our, put our part in.
Someone's gonna get elected in anyways.
Yeah.
So
but
why
you
not
may-
leave it up to the people who actually know the candidates?
Well, that's the part where you need to be involved, you know? You
But
have
I'm not involved. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm not voting. I haven't been involved. I have no idea what's going on.
Right. And in that way, it makes sense. If you don't want to get involved, stay out.
I am.
For most, you should get involved.
Yeah, I catch a lot of negative attention, I guess, for not voting.
Right.
Do you know why?
Others should see it as, you know, like you have to get yourself involved. You know, if it's given a right to vote, you should use it.
But as for me, for someone who hasn't been involved from the very beginning, I don't understand why I'm catching so much flack over something I can't change at this point. I still don't know what's going on. Why am I voting?
Are you guys serious, man? You guys are lucky to live in a democracy, you know, where you actually have a say in who gets elected. And in this world of today, if you don't use your vote, you may lose it. There are people in countries right now that they don't have a choice to vote for people who they want to elect. They don't have a choice between the lesser of bad evils. They just get straight up evil and they have no choice. Right now, you could vote who you want. Yeah, it might be the lesser of two evils, but it's your job to investigate those candidates and elect the person that you feel is best. And if you don't feel that any of these candidates represent you or the American people, then it's your job to run. Because you know what? In a democracy, you can do that. There is no bloodline. In a democracy, anyone is able to run. You don't need a college education. You don't need a high school education. All you need to be is 35 and live in your certain state for a certain amount of years, and you can run for president. You can run for Senate. You can run for the House of Representatives. Your vote, you may not think it matters, but in reality, it does. And there are people in the world who don't even get a vote. Their vote doesn't matter. Your vote does.
Isn't that the definition of a free country? Shouldn't I be able to sit on my ass and drink beer if I want to? Why do I have to vote? This man right here is a dictative little fucking cunt telling me that I have to vote? Are you kidding me? Who do you think you are? Part of the foundations of the country was being able to sit on your ass and drink beer and not vote if you wanted to.
You're right. This is a free land. And our forefathers made it so that you can vote if you want. And if you don't have to. But they implied with democracy that the people should vote. That's the whole point of a democracy. A democracy is people voting for representatives who represent them. You don't have to vote for them, but if you don't vote for them, if you don't use your right to vote, it will be taken away. And trust me, it will, and it has happened in other countries where there have been republics and they have fallen because people failed to use their right to vote. Right now, you could choose who you want as president. You could choose who you want as representative. You just need to come together and make that decision. You need to educate other people, and you need to say who's the best representative. You can sit on your couch, you can drink your beer, but if you keep on sitting on your couch and you keep on drinking your beer, eventually you're not going to have a couch. Eventually you're not going to have that beer, because you're not going to have...
Listen, dude, you have a point, alright? I mean, if I were to choose between not voting. But I think he's doing the lesser of two evils here. Now, there are people who barely pay attention to politics. Like, for him, he at least has chosen to stay out of politics. You know, he's not involved. He's not doing the greater of evils to this country that he could be, which is being uneducated, not being involved, and still taking his right to vote and using it. There are people in our country that will go to the ballot boxes who have no idea what the fuck is going on. They haven't listened to any of the debates, they have no idea what the stances of the two candidates are, and they still go to the ballot box, sit in there, vote, just because the guy has a cool name.
And that's exactly why you need to vote, because those people, they're out there, and they're uneducated voters that are voting. And who do you want? The guy that the uneducated voter wants, or the guy that you want? It's your responsibility to research the candidate. It's your responsibility to go vote your person.
You have some wonderful opinions, my friend. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna think about that, okay?
Alright, man, if you're gonna go home, I mean, just, you think about this, alright? Now, both of you got points, but like I said, I'm also for voting, and you have to think of it this way, bro. The idea behind America was freedom, just like you said, freedom. And you have the right to be free and not vote. But it's not freedom of individuals, it's freedom as a people. Alright? And part of that freedom is our ability to vote. Now, if you think about it, just once, if everyone who had the right to vote voted, and everyone put in their voice, then just that one time, finally, the people would get what they wanted. Alright? It's not about what you want, it's not about what I want, it's the people. That's the idea behind America. By the people, for the people. That's why we need to vote.